Hi, and thank you for joining us today on the Road to Recovery. I'm your host, Ronda Jackson, serial entrepreneur and small business advocate. And today we have the pleasure of Miss Mimi Long, the Director of Outreach with Los Angeles Metro, here to join us today. Welcome, Mimi.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Oh, thank you for joining us. So you have been a wealth of knowledge in previous episodes where we've talked about certification and engagement with the opportunities with the Los Angeles Metro. Today, we're focusing on building those relationships, Mimi. So I'm really excited about our conversation ahead. But you know how I like to start the show? What's one word that you would use to describe where we are today?
The one word that I would use to describe today is prepare.
Okay.
Prepare.
Okay.
It's difficult now. Prepare.
All right. So you're telling business owners to stay ready?
Get ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know what we're told is that when this thing called pandemic comes to an end and the floodgates open,
yes,
we need our small businesses to be ready. And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Come on, get ready.
Well, no, thanks to you. Last time, we've got more small businesses that are interested in their certification. So we're on that way, that path. That was one of our stops on the road to recovery was certification. Right. And then today, now that we have that certification and using that as a tool, what would be our next step to do? What would you recommend that we do that once we're certified?
I have asked that people come around Metro as much as possible, even in this virtual world. Okay. We host a workshop every second Tuesday of the month, and it's called How to Do Business with Metro. And the more you're able to come and, interact with us, the more you understand Metro culture, Metro flavor, who's who, and how we can help you. And it's very important that you take a moment to do that.
I love that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We do so many things that give you an opportunity as an entrepreneur to meet the people that make decisions, both from the private sector, the prime contracting sector, as well as people within Metro who are our buyers. And we want to show you how to take advantage of these opportunities. It's very important that you learn how to take advantage of them.
Yeah, so we're on the same wavelength because my next question was going to be the distinguishing between the direct opportunities with Metro and then some of the opportunities that are still available to us as Metro partners. And then there's another program that you mentioned before in one of the previous videos, which I'll put the link to in the description box below, but also being an SBE Prime, where we'd have a direct opportunity solely competing against other small businesses. So let's talk a little bit more about those relationships. So the direct relationship that a small business would like to develop with Metro, what does that path look like? What should we do if we want to cultivate those relationships?
You know that relationships are so important.
Yeah.
The way to cultivate them, even in this virtual world, is to come to some of the events that we host. Okay. We have coffee and conversation where we have our executives available to answer individual questions when they also talk about exactly what it is they do and what they see on the horizon.
Yes.
We have not only coffee and conversations, we have lunch and learns with the primes, which in the old days, we would have bought you lunch, but now you bring your own lunch and you sit with a prime and they talk about what they look for, what they want, how they recognize, how you can best get in touch with them. Quite often, what we find as the outreach team is that as a small business, how you navigate and determine who it is you need to speak to and get a call back from and an opportunity to speak to or present to, it's difficult because it's a big old world.
Yes.
But they take our calls because they love us and we love them. We work together.
Yes. Okay. As a team. So I like that. So you're telling us that as small businesses, we should prepare. And then the next step, we're connecting, right? We're, engaging and coming around Metro, attending the events. And then I think the next way I would kind of describe it just from our previous conversations is that Metro then can direct us, right? So prepare, connect, and then get directed. Can you talk a little bit more about those connections and opportunities to mix and mingle with Metro Primes?
Oh, absolutely. We have a number of opportunities to introduce you to primes. But before that, we even do workshops to show you how to present yourself in the best way. I know you've heard the term elevator pitch.
Yes.
Rhonda, you're great at elevator pitch. I've seen you at work. But a lot of times we find that businesses who are qualified and quite good at what it is they do,
Mm-hmm.
girl, they don't know how to show their expertise in a 15, 20, 25-second opportunity.
Yes.
So what happens is if you don't know how to put yourself forward in a way that connects with the contractor on the other side of the table, you miss an opportunity. Right. So that's what we do. We show you how to do it, and we show you what they're looking for or how to find out what they're looking for. And that's how you make the sausage. That's how you make the sausage.
Right. So you're saying, though, the other thing I hear you saying, though, is the elevator pitch, as you say, that I would use to talk to you as an outreach director versus what I would pitch to a prime contractor, they should be different.
Let me tell you, they should be different.
Yes.
In this way. If you want to talk to a prime contractor, say Dragados, as just as an example.
Yes.
By the time you talk to them, you need to know something about Dragados. You don't talk to them about something that they don't do. Okay, yeah. So they're a prime contractor that does metro construction, but what kind of construction? They don't build houses. Right. They don't build, stores. They work on transportation. So when you talk to them, you have to have already spent some time looking at their website so that you know kind of what they're looking for.
So there's a little bit of research involved in building these relationships as well.
Yes. And if you don't know how to do it, that's what we do. We show you how to do it. So no, I'm sorry. I'm excited about this part. I'm like I'm excited about this part because I see so many people miss an opportunity.
I hear it.
Okay. So if you want to talk to Dragados, you got to read up on Dragados. You got to understand what kind of business they actually do. And then when you talk to Metro, you want to be able to say in a concise way also what it is that you have to offer so that we know kind of how to help you navigate and get you in front of Dragados.
Right.
So it's not something that you have to figure out by yourself. That is the key to Metro outreach. We need you, so we show you how to win at this game, but you got to come around. You have to show up. You have to spend time with us.
I love it. I love it. So there was a lot of nuggets in that, Mimi. And so one of the things I guess is, because there are hundreds of primes that are directly connected to opportunities with Metro. So as a small business, if I have to prepare, connect, direct, and research, how would I go about trying to reach 100 primes, Mimi?
Oh my goodness. I am so glad you asked me that.
Okay.
We have events where we have 40 different prime contractors who are looking for small businesses. Mm-hmm. Small business, you do not need to talk to 40 businesses.
Wait. Say that one more time.
You need to figure out which 2 or 3 are going to be at this event that you have something to pitch to and focus laser on those 2 or 3. Okay. And have something different to pitch to each one based on the research you have done.
Okay.
To show what it is they do. Mm-hmm. And also what Metro is going to be doing in the next 2 years. I mean, we have a look ahead for 12 months and 24 months so that you can have a sense of what we're planning to do next. So, hey, Dragados, I recognize that you all do X. I see that Metro in 2022 is planning to do Y. We should talk because I have expertise and experience in this, and this. I'm certified in this, and this. I have experience in this, and this. Here's my card. May I have yours? I'll be in touch.
That's the best way to connect. I love that. Okay, so that's a very different script than some of the rooms that I've been in. And then I'll be honest, as a small business that I've even been guilty of, because you get in a room of that size and that magnitude, and you're like, gimme, 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 you want it all. So I love the fact that you're encouraging us as small businesses, though, to understand the landscape and the trends that are in our market and who's likely to bid on those trends, and then partner in aligning our gifts, our talents, our expertise and experience with those primes that are likely to bid on those opportunities. I love that full circle. So now it feels very intentional. And
yes.
I do, going back to your original word, now I feel prepared.
Yes.
Now I feel prepared.
Yes.
I know what's happening. Yes. And instead of it being a one-sided conversation where I'm waiting for those primes to tell me, well, I think you can do this and I think you can do that. You come to the table with, here's what you offer. And that seems more like a gift. I love that. I love that. So then we're in the room, we've picked our 3. We had our coaching session with Miss Mimi and her team.
Yes.
We've gotten our certification. How do you best, I guess for the follow-up side of it, because there's one thing that I've always admired about Metro is the accountability that's built into your program. That it's not just we shook hands, I talked to them, let me check the box type program. Can you share a little bit more on insight on the accountability that's built into the small business and when we connect directly with prime contractors?
So first of all, one of the things I am most proud of Metro about, girl, is that not only do we require that the primes use small businesses, hey, we watch it like a hawk.
Yes.
Diversity and Economic Opportunity Department, which is where I work, hey, if you don't come to the table with your small business ready and how many of them you're going to use and how, then you're not qualified for this bid. So I don't care how big you are and how great you are. If you don't use us, meaning us, yes, we don't use them. It's right. Important that, and then we track it, and then we make sure, and then we have damages that are charged, and then we we work together to find out what's it going to take to get these businesses. And don't tell us that you can't find anybody. Back in the day, they used to say, "Oh, we tried," but at Metro, there's no such thing as a good fake effort.
Right.
You're going to find some small businesses in this market to work with, or else you're not going to work with Metro.
And you guys do a nice job of hosting us. So not just the primes finding us, but us making ourselves known to the primes, an opportunity to build those relationships. So that's actually good. For people that aren't as familiar with Metro's small business requirements on most projects, I understand that it might vary a little bit. Can you talk a little bit about the range of participation that Metro looks for from the primes?
Oh, for federal programs, we have like a 27% requirement. Wow. And so once upon a time, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we didn't make the goal. And so what Metro did, they increased the goal. Oh yeah, you're going to make the goal. And just to show you that we're serious, we're going to increase it. And, at the time when the primes and we say, oh my God, we can't do it. Hey, you can do it if that's your intention. And it is our intention. And that's how the primes get paid. So all of a sudden, it's happening. It's happening.
I love it. So for those of you that aren't familiar with goal setting with minority or diverse participation from small businesses, 27%. So $27 out of every 100 that is spent on a contract is dedicated and intended to go to small and diverse firms. So thank you for that. And Metro has done a really good job over the years of, like you attributed to, is growing that goal. So it's not something that they've, set at one level and just kept it there year over year. Every year they're climbing and reaching more, which I think speaks to the capacity and the growth of small businesses. Because I know that you have examples of companies that participated in the small business program that are now the primes.
Yes.
Larger.
Yes. Rhonda, one of the things that warms our heart is when we see a small business acting as a prime contractor If you are a certified Metro SBE,
Mm-hmm.
as part of our Prime program, SB Prime, if there is a contract that's under $5 million, you can act as the prime on it as long as you can do 30% of the work.
Ah.
Hear me now, 30% of the work, and you can hire other small businesses to do the rest, 70%,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
or you can hire a prime contractor to do the 70% as long as you're running the show. We're very proud of that, and we're the only people doing that. And let me tell you, small businesses, the businesses that are doing that are doing it over and over and over. So the first thing to do is to get in the pool with us, mm-hmm. because a lot of money is being made by people in this program. Yeah. And you could be in it too.
And infrastructure is part of it, whether you're here in Los Angeles or in Atlanta or Chicago. I highly recommend, just from this conversation, if you're listening in, to look at the transportation, the utility companies, the infrastructure that's in your cities. They buy what you sell. Once you know what they buy, when they buy it, and to Mimi's point in conversation, how they buy it. So are there programs that are suited to fit you as a small business? Are there opportunities for you to partner with larger business and help them meet other outside goals? There is a plethora of work. And I just, one of the things about the road to recovery is that economic recovery isn't going to happen waiting on it to come to you. You have to go to the pool, go to the wells, and find out what's happening in the industry. So can we wait? Can we do the website again, Mimi? If
yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Metro.net / connect.
For more tips and information, the link will be down below. Lastly, Mimi, to just close out this conversation, what's the one actionable thing that you would recommend every business owner do?
The first thing you must do if you want to work with Metro projects is come to our workshop every second Tuesday of the month. Pick one. Come and meet us. Okay. Come and get the details about how to take advantage of us. Meet the people that make the decisions. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. We want to see you succeed. That is the thing about Metro that makes me most proud. Yes. We're going to go to whatever lengths we can to make you successful. So come on in. The water's fine.
I love that. I love the support. Thank you again for being here with us today, Mimi. Thank you very
much.
So
my pleasure.
Wonderful conversation. And right next to the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, the links that Mimi mentioned in today's episode will be in the description box below. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.